Hey folks, how y'all doing today? I'd like to take a minute and thank everybody for subscribing to the channel, hitting that thumbs up button, commenting. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. That'd be a blessing to us. It's really going to help us move forward and help y'all with tips and tricks with trapping and just follow along with our foraging and fishing, hunting, and all the good stuff. I made a post about nuisance muskrat trapping. One kind of nuisance trap. One second. If y'all do not care about nuisance trapping and just want to watch muskrat trapping, go ahead and fast forward to about 6 minutes, because that's about how long it's going to take me to talk about what I need to talk about. So I made a post about the muskrat trapping and nuisance trapping, and there's a pile of people wanting to see it. And this will actually be my last job I'm setting up tomorrow, but I don't feel like it's right telling y'all, yeah, just go out there and do it and show you all the trapping parts of it and not get down to the nitty gritty of it. I have a trash can right here, by the way. So you're going to kind of have to suffer. And it's really not bad. But it starts out with trap prep. I know everybody's used to trap prep, or is going to get used to trap prep if you're trapping, but there's a lot of preparation that goes into the jobs beforehand. Check all your traps, make sure they're all in working order, make sure the tags are still on them. Same thing you would do before season comes in, except for this way you have to do it before every job, and it gets kind of hectic. Now, with that being said, let's get into the nitty-gritty part of this that everybody wants to. First question asked, and go ahead and guarantee you that. How do I know what to charge with trapping? Well, every animal is going to be different. Muskrats is going to be a quoted price. Beaver is going to be a quoted price. Otter, quoted price. Your residential groundhog trapping and raccoon removal and stuff like that, skunk removal, are going to be thereabouts the same. And you've got these people on Facebook saying that you need to charge per muskrat or per beaver, and it may work for them, but it don't work for us. There's no way you're going to charge. They're like, charge $10 per muskrat. It's just not going to work for you. Not in the long run. Most of the people that say that, I'll just be flat out honest. They're not paying insurance. They're not paying taxes. They're not taking it as a business. It's more fur trapping. When you start nuisance work, you're no longer fur trapping, which leads me to a couple different things. Like where I'm at, the biggest cities around me, Roanoke City, in Christiansburg in Virginia, and I would guess your average middle income is $45,000, in the 40s, and so my prices are going to be different than somebody in Northern Virginia, where their prices are going to be double mine, at least double mine, to where their average middle income is $105,000 to $110,000. You can't quote me on the numbers, but I about bet you they're pretty close. So where I'm looking at it is, okay, so let's just say you want $50 an hour. Of course, don't go out and be like, tell the homeowner, yeah, you know, I'm basing this off $50 an hour, because they're not thinking like we are. When we start thinking about $50 an hour, you're like, okay, when it's all said and done, I'm bringing home $25 an hour. You got to think $15 to $20 right off the rips going to taxes, and then you got materials. And if it's more than trapping, which that should be quoted price, and you've got fuel, wear and tear on your vehicles, wear and tear on your traps, insurance, travel time, time setting up, time removing animals, disposal time, time traveling back and forth to each one of these jobs, and it's just, that's not the half of it. So then you got to think of the accounting part of it. And so when it all boils down to it, if you're not getting $500 a week from a job, you're practically paying them to trap their animals. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but, and don't get me wrong, I'm a hobby trapper too. And I love the help thy neighbor attitude, and I help my neighbors as much as I possibly can. And my neighbors help me in return, and I love that. But when I'm not helping my neighbors, I have to get paid. When you talk about getting paid, you think, well, $500 sounds like a lot to catch a couple raccoons. Well, those couple raccoons that are in your attic could turn into $10,000 worth of insulation removal. And it's just, once you get into it, you'll start seeing what I'm talking about. It's kind of like these muskrats. The ones I'm going to start trapping tomorrow. They're tearing out a dam. They're digging into a dam and starting to undermine holes in it 6 foot out or so into the dam. And if they don't get taken care of now, which I'm not going to get into what my price is for it, but if they don't get taken care of now, let's just say your $500 or $1,000 job, it's going to take you a week to do, and you're traveling an hour and 15 minutes away to do it. That sounds like a lot of money, but after you start putting your 30 to 35% into taxes, and your fuel, and your wear and tear, and your tires, and so forth, and so on, then you're really not making that much money. But in the long run, you're saving that pond owner $30,000 to $40,000 that's going to take to come in and work on their dam, to dredge the pond, re-dam it, or tear the dam out, haul that off, get dry dirt, come back in and fix the dam. You just save them a pile of money. So if there's any more questions or something y'all need to hit on, feel free to reach out and ask, or comment and message me, find me on Facebook. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Without further ado, I'm going to let y'all jump into tomorrow, and we're going to start setting traps. We finally made it out here to the job. Only downfall is it rained 2 inches of rain last night where I was in here the other day. My muck boots just don't cut it no more. So I'm gonna set what I can and end up coming back with waders. This is it's gonna be a slow going process, but I'm gonna show y'all what I'm doing here in a second. Then I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. First I'll show y'all the damage that's happened in this dam. Going through, setting conibears in the entrances. The dam is being eaten out by muskrats and breather holes. Now what I've done, I've set a few on this side, and now I'm going through along, since my muck boots aren't deep enough, and probing the ground and finding the channels. And what that does, it shows me where I need to set my conibears without me having to go in waist deep water now. It works, but it doesn't work as good as walking in it and sticking your foot down there to see where the actual channel is. This is an 8 stand with a 110 on it. Normally I'd have waders on, but like I said, we got 2 inches of rain last night, and this came up a lot higher than what it was the 3 days ago when I checked it. I was walking out there with muck boots on. There's a run right under the end of this grass. I'm gonna show y'all. I guess I can show you. Watch this stick. It'll start sinking where that run is. See it? And it comes back up. So we're gonna throw this trap in here where the run goes up under these old cattails. How long? Take my stick, She's anchored. Found it. Right here, before I get down here and cloud this up, is a prime example. Breather hole right here. If you look, the whole, everything around right here is black. But right there you see a bunch of, it's clay. It's that Franklin County clay. There's a den that goes right up underneath there. So we're going to pause out and get everything ready and then show y'all us throwing this trap in. Done. That'll be the last one we're setting for today, and then we'll come back and set more and get some waders on. The water goes down a bit. Should take it a couple days. We'll be back. Well, guys, first day checking after that storm, and out of the few traps we got set, we've got a muskrat tail right there, and then we got another muskrat down there. There's number 2. On to the next. And on top of that, hold on, let me grab my bucket. We had one break a piece of tie wire, so I'm going to get a rake. I know he's right out there, but I can't get a hold of him yet. Bit smoky in here. Alright guys, well, I know there's not going to be as many sets being made in this video as y'all would like to see. This is going to be the part 1 of part 2, part 1 of a 2-part segment. But we're going to make a few sets in this video, and the catch videos got cut short. The family come down and was wanting to see what was going on, and we ended the day with 3 rats, another little critter. One of the rats, it didn't come home with me. It was eat all to pieces. So I figured whatever eat it can finish it off. That's what pulled my trap. But this like I said, this video was kind of the introduction to nuisance trapping, the stuff I thought y'all needed to know. And if you watch the whole video through the beginning, then that's going to be that tells me the ones that's going to watch this video are the ones that are serious about wanting to become a nuisance trapper. The part 2 of this video, if you stay tuned, I know it's a lot to ask, but it's going to be a lot of traps being set, not a whole lot of talking, just about why I'm setting them there, And then we'll be at 2 different jobs, a cattle farm and back at this place. So if y'all like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, comment, let me know what you like, what you didn't like, let me know what you'd like to see more of. I know everybody wants to see the catching, but I felt like that was a need to know, the whole first part of this video. So I appreciate y'all, and if you would hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the next one. Let's get to skinning.